Okay, here we are in London. It gives me great pleasure to be with the one and only Biff Byford.
Hi, it's good to be here. Cheers.
And normally when I'm with Biff, we only talk about one thing, that is Saxon. But today we're here to talk about something completely different.
Well, I'm sure we can squeeze them in.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we will do towards the end, if we were not to. But the Scintilla Project is like a brand new band, new project. Sort of music inspired by the film, which has changed its name to The Hybrid. But tell us about the Scintilla Project and who's in the band. And how it started.
Well, there's various people in the band. Obviously, that's why it's a project, really. But it's based on the sci-fi horror film called The Hybrid, and the producer of the film just happens to be the drummer that used to drum in Balance of Power, and he asked me to sing on some songs they had, and you know I wasn't that keen on it, so we had a chat, and because Saxon have a song on the film, the connection was there. So somebody suggested that we should do, I think it was Lionel actually, we should do a concept album based on the film, change the words around and do a bit more writing and fiddling around and arranging, and that's how it was born, really. I got the financing from UDR, and that was it.
And was it something you've always wanted to do? What has been an ambition of yours to do something outside of Saxon?
I like prog rock, and but just I had a window, you know. I mean, like Nigel and Paul wanted some, and Doug wanted some time off, so it just presented itself, and you know, it was a very quick project. I mean, Andy came on board straight away, Andy Sneap, and keyboard player John Kay came on board, and a few other people in America, and you know, the bass player wrote the songs. So
Anthony, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, was any other names involved, or did it all come together pretty quick?
No, it was all done pretty quick. I mean, Lionel has a studio in America, in Minneapolis, so the drums and bass were tracked there. And meanwhile, I was with Andy in Derby, doing vocals, really.
And I said, here's music inspired by the movie, and so how did you write the songs for it? Did you sort of, did you watch the movie over and over again, or...?
Well, a lot of the music was already written, and I didn't really have much to do with the lyric writing, to tell you the truth. That was all Anthony's thing. We changed a couple of lines here and there. My job was mostly in the production of it and the arrangements of it with Andy, and obviously singing. And yeah, well, we just came together really nicely, really.
And was that something you found comfortable, like singing somebody else's lyrics rather than your own?
I found quite refreshing. You know, it's obviously you don't know them as well, so you have to you know, try a bit harder to try and. But you know, if you like, try and put your own you know, your own name on the songs. That's the main thing. Make it sound like you know, that you mean what you're doing, and I think it came out really well.
I think it has actually, because it's still uniquely Biff. You know, you're not singing any different to what you would do in Saxon, but the music is slightly different.
Well, the music's different, and you know, the range that I'm singing is slightly different. So it just alters the nature of my voice slightly. But yeah, you can tell it's me. I'm not trying to cover anything up. And
how was it in the studio? Because obviously with Saxon, you know those guys inside out, and you must have a set routine. So how different was it with working with the Scintilla Project?
Not so different. It's a lot easier with this project because there was more chiefs, whereas on our albums I'm usually the main boss. So there was more bosses on this album. So there was less actual, you know, major decision work to be done. Really, we all had you know, we all had a say in it. Me and Lionel were executive producers, so we had the last say on things. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. You know, I mean, most people really love it. So
is there any songs left on the cutting room floor?
There are some. There are about 6 songs that we didn't do. Yeah, there are, and they were talking about maybe doing it again sometime.
And obviously, one thing that fans would like to know: would there be any live dates to practice?
Well, if it sells some copies, we might put in some club dates. Yeah. You know, it would be good fun. You know, to do the album. Say, you know, it would be good fun to do it. It would be nice to, you know, to just do something a bit different for a change, maybe. Because
obviously Lionel Hicks, the drummer, obviously he's been a band, Balance of Power, and
yeah,
he's been like involved in films for quite many years now. He's done 14 films, and also this year he did a comedy, Almost Married. He could have asked you to be in that. So
could have done, yeah.
It could be completely different.
I mean, I've been asked to be in a few films over the few years, but I'm not always busy. That's the problem, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted me to be a Viking, but you know, which would have worked.
That would have worked.
But, you know, one never knew, you know.
That's something for the future. And did you go to the film set when it's being filmed?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, I went to the film set. Parts of it were filmed in Yorkshire.
Oh, right.
Near where I was born, actually. Yeah, it was in an old wool mill, I think. Yeah, it was really, really great set. You know, when you see the film, you'll absolutely believe that you're in sort of, you know, the old Yugoslavia or wherever you are.
Oh, right,
down there. Yeah, you will.
And tell us about the name, because the Scintilla Project actually means something, and so the fans out there are not aware. Can you tell us about
that? Scintilla is a spark of energy, isn't it? A very minute spark of energy that comes from, you know, two parts of energy together. So I suppose it's, you know, there is actually a Scintilla Project, isn't there, of creating this spark, this point of energy. So, you know, I suppose it fits the band, really. You know.
And it's like sci-fi movies, like, is that your kind of thing? Is that kind of movie
I like sci-fi movies. It's a bit of a horror sci-fi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I do like the film. I've obviously seen the film quite a lot, and yeah, I like it. You know, it's not like it's not Disney. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Steven Spielberg, but I think they've done a really great job. It's mostly an English cast as well, which, you know, British cast, which is good.
So, what sort of movie would you watch at home yourself?
Yeah, I'd have this out at Tesco's. I'd buy this film, definitely. Or rent it, see what it's like, definitely.
And this film's not been in the movies, is it? I think it is going to be...
No, this is the first time it's been shown, really, to anybody in anything, really. It's been in a couple of film festivals. I think it was 4 stars in Edinburgh, and it was in America in some film festival. So yeah, I think it'd be good. I mean, you know, it's going straight to DVD, as most films do now.
I was about to say that it's coming out straight out on DVD,
you can't
so fans can get
things like Hercules and Transformers, I suppose.
And what's the fans' reaction been to this? Because like sometimes fans, it's a bit like Rob Halford when he stepped out of Judas Priest and did the 2 project, and
well, no, but he left, didn't he? He left.
Yeah, well, that's bad. Yeah,
different.
But even then, it's still sort of was totally away from what people perceive him as.
I think this is different. I just think it is a project, you know, and I'm quite enjoying it. Fans will think what they think. I don't know what fans will think. I mean, obviously, some fans will think it's the end of Saxon, you know, and which is their thing, and other people just think, well, that sounds really great. I'll you know, it's not like a guitarist playing on another band.
So now you're trying to tell the Saxon fans it's.
No, it's nothing to do with leaving Saxon or anything. It's just a project, you know, that I wanted to do. You know, I like prog rock and I like the keyboard element of stuff, and we never get a chance to do that.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was interesting for me.
Well, you say that though, but on a Saxon album, like on the Call to Arms album, Medium on Sacrifice, you did move towards a little bit of prog.
We do have some symphonic elements in it. Yeah, you do have to. You know, we don't want to be predictable. Do you know, I mean, it's a word that. You know, we keep saying, we don't want to be boring.
Yeah.
So we do like to push it a little bit. And where there is a space for a choir, and we feel that it fits, then we'll have it in there.
And there is a video clip at the moment, Beware the Children. What's the fans' reaction been to that so far?
I don't really know, to tell you the truth. I haven't really seen it. I mean, it seems all right, yeah. But it's more about the film, I suppose, than the clip. We do have a couple of more songs that we filmed, so we'll see if we release any more videos, actually. But and we could do.
Is there any other kind of projects you'd like to do in the future? Any more unfilled ambitions?
Well, I'm writing a solo album at the moment, and we're also writing a new Saxon album. So that will be coming out at some point.
Can you give any more details about the solo album? Who you got working with you on that?
Well, I'm working with. I'm going to do a couple of songs with Andy Sneap.
Andy Sneap, yeah.
I'm doing working with a guy called Sasha, who does the Avantasia stuff.
Yep.
My son's 6-year-old son has written a couple of songs for me.
Oh, excellent.
So, you know, I've written about 4 or 5 songs myself so far. So it'll be just, you know.
And I imagine that would be different to the average Saxon album.
Well, it could be, yeah, it could be. I mean, I've no idea really.
Yeah.
It's just like getting in a boat with no steering wheel. You know, it'll go where it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we'll see really how it goes. I mean, at the moment it's quite bombastic stuff, you know what I mean? It's like one of the tracks is called School of Hard Knocks, you know, so you can see where that one's going.
Yeah.
But yeah, just you know, just my particular style of music that I write.
And you just mentioned a few names, and who would be your dream team to have in your solo album?
Well, I mean, there's quite a lot of people who have said they want to play on it. You know, whether we can actually get it together or not.
Right,
But you know, it'd be nice to have Lemmy on there.
Yeah.
I mean, Mickey D wants to do a couple of tracks on drums. You know, I'm sure maybe the Metallica guys might, or Megadeth guys might want to do something on one or two. I don't know, you know. But I don't want it to be like a superstar album. You know what I mean? I want it to be like a solo album. But it would be nice to have people playing.
Really,
you know, like, the odd solo here or a bit of vocals, you know.
Because you're quite admired by the whole, not just by the metal fans, but even the metal musicians from over the years. And like every time I see it at Wacken, there's like Dora Pesch guesting with you, and the weekend just gone at Bloodstock. Dave Mustaine from Megadeth came on for Dead in Leather.
That's right.
Quite rare for Dave Mustaine to guest with someone. So how was that for you?
It's great actually. I mean, usually, you know, with Metallica, it's usually me that goes and plays with them. But it's nice to get somebody up on stage from that original band, you know, Metallica. So, yeah, I mean, I like them all, Metallica guys and Megadeth guys. So, you know, it's nice to meet up with Dave finally, you know, get him involved in the song. That's good.
So, when was the last time you met him then?
I met Dave at a festival not that long ago, actually, but we were going to do some gigs together with Rob Zombie, but they didn't materialise, and we were going to get something together then. So Bloodstep was the only time we crossed paths, you know, where we could play together. So we got together, a few text messages going backwards and forwards, and yeah, it was good.
I'll say, obviously we can't just talk to Biff, we've got to talk to you about a little bit of Saxon. And you've got a tour coming up in October, ending up in December the 13th at good old Shepherd Bush Empire. And you're revisiting like some of your classic albums. You've done it sort of individually before.
Well, it's really a celebration of 35 years.
Yeah.
But it's sort of the 80s were very important, weren't they, for our genre.
Well, you were a top 10 band then as well.
Well, just for the genre.
The genre as well, yeah.
You know, for British metal, really. I think, you know, I mean, I know Priest and Motorhead were big before that, but, you know, we've sort of carried the flag, you know, onwards for the newer bands. And so it will reflect those albums. And, you know, I don't know. Should we bring the orchestra set to London or not? I don't know.
Well, it could be wherever going.
We'll see. We'll see anyway.
Actually, you took the orchestra set, you played that at Wacken this year, and how did you find that?
They're great. Great. That shot around the world, it's being voted one of the greatest Wacken performances ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great. Yeah.
And fair enough, I saw your new 10th anniversary, you know, so when you did the 10-year anniversary, did you have envisaged, oh yep, another 25 years time we'll be doing
Well, these anniversaries do come round now and again.
Yeah.
We tend not to do 5, we only do 10, so tend not to do the 25th, 35th. But yeah, this one's the 35th, it's just dropped on that. Whether it'll be a 40, I've got no idea, but you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, they're nice anniversaries, aren't they? Because you don't really have to have an album out, do you?
That's right, yeah.
You know, you can just go on tour and do whatever fucking songs you want, really. So it's cool to do that.
Wait, do you still enjoy playing live as much as you did
Yeah,
before?
it's great playing live. I mean, obviously the travelling part of it, you know, you're not you're not 17, so that side's not exciting anymore. Yeah.
Biff, it's been fantastic talking to you as always. The Scintilla Project, the album The Hybrid, is out on August the 18th on UDR. And
it is.
The film's, it was originally called Scintilla, but it's going to be called The Hybrid, and it's going to be out on DVD. So
it is.
Catch it, people.
Yeah, check it out. There's a sticker on it saying we've got an album on it, and on the album we've got a sticker saying the film's on it. So, hey,
buy both.
it does what it says on the box.
Great. You can also see Saxon on tour in October to December.
Yeah.
All across Europe.
Definitely.
Biff, fantastic as always. All the best for the future. Cheers, mate.
Bye.